So here's how it starts. Uh, Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming out. This is a special broadcast with Jason Clark. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. How are you? I'm happy to be here. I'm excited. I'm really excited to be here right now.
I got a long time listener, first time guest.
Yes, sir. Day one listener, top supporter. I'm like a lurker though. Like I'll leave a comment every now and then, but most of the time I just watch and just leave a like. I'm not in the comments as much, but I
Oh,
watch everyone though.
see, we're just starting to get comments when I do it with Jason up in Syracuse, and we're actually answering people's questions online, which I enjoy. I think that's pretty cool when
Yeah.
people are leaving stuff, because we're trying to find a good direction to take this. And so I guess let's get into a little bit of your life. So man, I've seen videos of you busting a rhyme, and I
Yes,
gotta
sir.
say it was pretty good.
Yeah, hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make music. I mainly rap, but I started doing more like pop punk, like I always call it like the white boy music, like Blink 182 and all that
Uh
stuff.
huh.
Like I really like kind of gotten into doing that recently, but I haven't like put a lot of those songs out. But anyways, yeah, I'm 29, and I started making music when I was 18, which led me into like doing videography work. That's what I do for like my career.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a little bit of background about me. I don't know if you need more detail than that for the
Well, we can get
viewers.
as detailed as you want. I mean,
That's a
we're,
like, too long didn't read version.
but so has it gotten you anywhere yet? Have you actually
Like the video stuff or the music
the
stuff.
music stuff?
I've had like a lot of cool shit happen to me. But the thing with music is like you really gotta put a lot of effort into it, like anything,
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
like sometimes like real life gets in the way, so it's not something I've ever been like I'm gonna be a rapper, and like, you know what I mean? Like I'm realistic. I'm not like
Well, there's like two
yeah.
white rappers.
Well, exactly. But I wasn't like growing up like, man, like mom, I'm not getting a job. I'm a rap, like so. I've always had like a job. It's more of like a hobby for sure. I used to put a lot of money into it,
Yeah,
but after a while, especially like when I finished college and I like moved out and like got my own place and like a real career job, I was like, man, I can't just be throwing like all my money into this because
yeah.
have no place to
Where'd you
live
go
and
to
go broke.
school?
Ferris. I lived in Michigan.
Okay,
Yeah, I went to Ferris State.
so you're no stranger to cold weather.
No, not at all. Yeah, I like it better than the heat.
I'm on the fence. Getting older, because cold weather really messes with your bones,
Mm.
and sometimes when all that moisture's out there and your back and your muscles are just like, no, you're not getting out of bed today.
Oh, okay,
So
okay,
that happens at some point, I
okay.
think. But I miss snowmobiling and snowboarding and all the things you can do in snow.
Yeah,
But I don't really miss the cold weather. I mean, I don't like hot weather either. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
I guess I'm kind of a princess now in that
Okay,
aspect. I want like 70, 50
okay,
degree nights.
okay. Yeah, no, I get that. I don't like when it's hot because I don't like walking around with like my nuts sticking to my leg and shit like that. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say that. I
Yeah.
guess I
Well,
might,
it's out there now.
but yeah, I don't like the heat. But I never went snowmobiling before, but I snowboarded. I'm not good at it though. But snowboarding was sweet.
I, yeah, well, I told a story on here about breaking my arm snowboarding, but I was pretty good at it. You're just not supposed to go straight down the half pipe and hit the jump at the bottom. That's
Okay, yeah,
I
that's
don't I
crazy.
don't recommend that.
Yeah.
But um yeah, so Michigan, were you near the lake?
Yeah, I live right on the lake. Like to me, people will argue and they'll say like the lakes aren't the beach, but so we would go to the beach, and I was like,
You can't see the other
you
side.
can't. I try
You
to tell
can't.
people that they don't believe me.
Well, that's the difference, with a Great Lake.
Hmm.
And, obviously I was a stone's throw away from Ontario
Oh,
growing
okay.
up like my whole life, and that looks like the ocean.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could surf it on a pretty windy day, but I thought that's what all lakes looked like. So,
Yeah.
so it's the opposite of what you tell people down here. But when I moved down here, somebody's like, "Hey, let's go to Lake Jordan." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." We got there and I was like, "The fuck is this?" It was like a puddle. It
Yeah.
was like, I was like, you can see this is this is a pond.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Okay, let's go swimming.
Yeah.
I'll
No.
swim to the other side of this pitch.
Yeah, it's nothing like the Great Lakes for sure. Yeah, I live 20 minutes from like the lake. I think
Yeah.
from Lake Michigan, so
Yeah,
we would go there a lot, like during the summer, just growing up.
I could see it from my parents' upstairs window. Like
Oh
if
man,
you took
okay.
a crap in the upstairs, you could see the water.
Yeah.
It was probably like 10 blocks away.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
and but the wind, like and I'm sure you're no stranger to this. Like in February, it's already 0, and then you got like a 30-mile-an-hour wind coming off that lake. It's brutal.
Yeah.
Like your lungs freeze, and I just you can't explain to somebody in the South what that kind of cold is.
Mm-mm.
Like
Nope.
it's different.
Yeah.
When your hands stop working after like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You go
Yeah.
outside and like if you wanted to let the dog in or something on a leash, you've got like a 2-minute window before your hands stop working.
Oh yeah.
Or if you got to go out or take your gloves off to tie your boot back or something, you have a limited window to get that done before your hands just stop working.
Yeah.
And depending on how much air you breathe in, that's why you always see those kids with the scarves wrapped around their mouths and around their head, because you keep sucking in that cold air without any filter of any kind. Yeah, your body gets cold quick.
Yeah.
You know?
Some people can handle that too. Like I remember when I was in 6th grade. I don't know why I never forgot this because this isn't that crazy, but I used to walk to school.
Yeah.
So I'd have to, if it was cold out, we're still walking. I'd have to walk home every day. Now I'm in 6th grade walking home, and I seen this, like, I don't know what grade she was in, probably same grade as me, whatever. She was walking in the snow with no shoes or socks on. Not because she didn't have shoes, like she's just holding their shoes. I don't know why she did it, but I just remember thinking, I was like, man, like that like you gotta be a different breed. I was like, that might be like a school shooter in the future or something. Like, like some people just can handle that, I guess. I could not do anything like that.
Well, my older brother used to snowmobile in shorts. Like,
Okay, that's
not
crazy,
all the
too.
time, but, when we were younger, well, this was when we were older, probably in our early 20s, and he had his own snowmobile. But if you think about it, it's all kind of relative. Like, the past week was 0.
Mhm.
Now it's 25. You're out there in shorts. It's 25 degrees warmer. The sun's out. You take off down. It's still freezing, but 25 degrees is 25 degrees.
Yeah.
It's a big difference when you just spent a week in sub-zero with a wind chill, and now it's 25 and sunny. Yeah, you go outside in shorts, or you run to the mailbox in bare feet.
Yeah.
Because it's that much. It's like a summer day, but then
Yeah.
somebody coming up to visit's like, look at that crazy ass right there.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see that. Yeah, my older brother's barefoot almost 24/7,
Mhm.
and it reminds me of a time and it's another story I've told on here, where I was with Jason and I stepped on glass when I was younger. I don't go anywhere barefoot after that. I had like 6, 7 stitches put in the bottom of my foot in the
Yeah.
middle. It was horrible. It's an absolute horrible experience. So I'm shoes all the time. But my brother's still barefoot. Like, we were playing catch with a football, probably 50, 60 feet apart. And I threw the ball at him, and he drop kicked it back to me from like a 60-foot throw. It's like, how do you do that barefoot?
That's
man?
crazy, yeah. His feet gotta have like some crazy callus actually.
Yeah.
He's got a callus on the top of his feet.
Yeah, I mean, they're just, it was like, it must have been, because he does. He walks across rocks. It doesn't matter. He can do it. I feel like such a pussy when I'm with him, because he'll just stroll across a dirt road, and I'm like, ow, 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 ow,
Yeah, see, that's
ow.
another. That's just another person. That's just probably a different breed. Because I'm
Yeah.
the same way. I don't want my feet
I
being
wouldn't call
getting
him a
hurt.
school shooter though.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. School
I
shooters
don't
are
know,
pretty
maybe.
crazy.
I don't know, maybe. Piss him off. It's probably why he doesn't own guns.
Hmm, there you go.
So when did you move to the South?
Um, I've been here. I think 4 years ago now. If not 4 years. Oh, it'll be 4 years in January.
Did you
Yep.
come down with family or just you?
Just me. I came down for a job. Not the one I'm doing right now, but same type of work, videographer work.
Yeah.
I was working for like one of those like real estate guru guys where he's like, "Hey, give me like 60K of your money and I'm gonna make you a millionaire." But
Oh.
like he doesn't.
Yeah.
So
No shit.
yeah.
He doesn't do it.
So I got out of there because I started
It was
seeing,
pretty sketchy.
yeah, I started seeing like the walls of the business crumble, and I was just like, damn, like I was like, I'm moved down here for this job, like I
Oh.
got nobody down here, so I had to get out of there, but luckily I made the right play in
How long you been at the current job?
3 years as of
Okay, so that was
Halloween.
pretty recent.
Yeah, I was only there for 9 months,
Wow.
so like that's why I felt like a lot of pressure too.
I think Wilmington used to have a pretty good like Hollywood.
Hmm.
It was I think it's kind of moved further south. Is it in Georgia now that they make a lot of movies? Atlanta.
Yeah, yeah.
But so is that the type of like as far as videographer you making commercials and putting like do you put scripts together or are you just basically the video
I do like
aspect?
I do it all. I've done so much different types of work. Like before I even did like corporate work, where it's like I think is like better to do, where it's more serious. I just used to do a lot of like music videos for
Yeah.
rappers where I lived, which was like it was like fun, but sometimes it's like literally the worst thing ever. Like like I'm in videos where there's like I'm like shooting a video and there's like 15 dudes with like loaded guns pointed at me. Like
Oh my
I
god.
haven't like checked everyone. Like I did one video for these people and they're in the video like shooting guns off into the sky right next to me and like the brass is like rolling off like and this is before like I even really know much about firearms because I wasn't into them yet before I got mine. Like the brass is rolling out of the gun, ejecting out of the gun and like rolling down my shirt and then I don't
What am I doing here?
yeah, like I'm cool with like the guys, but I just remember thinking I was just like, man, like why do I keep doing this for like $200? Like, and I was not charging them like nothing at the time either. So
Yeah. Well, you got to start somewhere, but
yeah, but yeah, I like the more corporate stuff, not like commercially stuff. Like we get to write a script up. Like this is my idea. Like go like basically just go through the whole thing. It's like building. I don't
yeah.
know, like just building a movie up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, but it takes some computer savvy to
Hmm.
like do the editing and stuff. Like that's one thing I've always said on the show is I don't edit.
Yeah.
And until somebody edits for me, it's going to be a one-shot wonder. Like every time this is what you get,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to post it when I'm done and I'd like to like a lot of the stories cuz I think the podcast is going to grow eventually. Like right now, I don't know you from Adam really.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
mean, I know, we've known each other for a couple of years cuz I worked the same place you did. This is literally we've never hung out.
No.
So you would possibly be the first guest I've ever had that I didn't know everything about, and that
Yeah.
it was easy to ask questions to because I knew the answers,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
or stories,
Yeah.
because a lot of the guys I know still to this day down here, I've known for 30 plus years.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
I've known, and you've watched the show. Ty, I've known Ty since I was single digits.
Yeah.
I've known Tom since I moved here in the 90s. And, so his son, who's the UFC fighter, or about to be, I knew him since he was born,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And it's wild to see what he's doing now. But, I think, well, like I was saying, the podcast to grow, into something where I'm talking to somebody, having a conversation, and it's all new, that's great, you know. And I want to do it more often, especially in person.
Mhm.
I mean, I like getting. I think a lot of people are enthusiastic about this.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but they don't live here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the problem, and like you said, you got to put in the work. You know,
Mhm.
it's tough. Yeah, I put in the work. I built the studio, but now I got to get people here, figure out topics, have a and every one of these so far has been off the cuff.
Yeah.
Let's just roll, see what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm getting better at just keeping the conversation going, but at some point, I think I got to have some structure. I think everybody at home wants to see some structure, maybe some questions or this and that, or prepare,
Yeah.
But I'm getting guests the day I'm having a podcast, like, because I want to push out at least one a week. And how do you prepare for that? I really wish I could get a guest on Monday, know they're coming in Thursday or Friday. I'm going to interview them, and I can prepare.
Yeah.
And I hope that people keep listening and it grows, and I can do that.
Yeah.
And maybe get somebody that can edit, because a lot of the stories I do tell, I've got proof.
Mm-hmm.
I've got pictures for everything I've ever said on this thing, and I'd love to be able to pull them up, but I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking caveman, like.
I mean, it's still a lot
most of my
to do what
friends
you're
call
doing.
me a knuckle dragger. I
Okay.
mean, it's so I grunt at the machine and
Yeah.
knock it on the side. That's the best I got. But so back to you.
Mhm.
We come down 3 years ago. You work with a scam artist 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And then you've been at this current job 3 years. So how has social life been for moving? Did you have roommates, or
No,
you just got your own place?
Yeah, I got my own place. Like, and when I moved here too, like, I literally didn't know anybody, but I moved into a complex where, like, I move in, and then 2 days later I go to work. I go to work, and then one of my coworkers there, she lives in my complex, which it was a very small company, which was like insane. But everybody at work was like, they were pretty, like, we're all relatively the same age. They were very like inviting to me. Like one Friday, they're like, "Hey, we're all gonna go get drinks. Come, because you're new." And I'm like an introvert. Like a lot of times, I'm like, I ain't doing that shit.
Which is crazy for the rapping.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Because you do seem reserved. Like every time I seen you, you just kind of kept to yourself, and I'm the loudest mouth in the room almost all the time.
Yeah.
And because I have no filter, and I'm older, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see that. I can't see the rapping, because when I saw the video, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Mhm.
I watched it. It was on Facebook, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is pretty good."
Yeah. Thank you.
But I was like, I did not see this coming from you. You
Yeah.
know, I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Just out of the blue,
Yeah.
left field.
Yeah, I try not to be like too like.
Again, with the editing,
Mhm.
I could show it,
Yeah.
which would be great. We could do a clip or something.
Yeah.
But we can't. But it did happen, and it was pretty good. And maybe you can send me some footage, and I can just pop it on afterwards.
Yeah, I
because
can
that's
do
all I
that.
can do.
Yeah.
But
I'll get-
if anybody's interested in seeing it, like I said, the Patreon we're eventually going to get, we could have Jason rapping on the Patreon.
I said they could just look it up. Look up Harm Gretzky, except it like Wayne Gretzky, except it's gonna be with 2 eyes at the end.
Harm Gretzky
Yeah.
with 2 eyes.
Yep. Yep. If you are so inclined to and interested, you don't have to.
Yeah, no, you have to. I demand that you look this up and watch it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what happened with that. So like all my old coworkers are like, we're all still pretty cool, and because we all left that place. Like, I'm not gonna like shit on the guy because he got my foot in the door doing what I do now.
Yeah.
But man, that place was crazy, and that's just what comes with working for somebody like that. So we all like got out of there, and we're still pretty tight. So those are like my like people here now, and I mean that's really as far as like my social life goes. As far as meeting people, like I'm an introvert, so I'm not like going out every weekend talking to new people. Like I got one of my friends that is one of my old coworkers. We might go to like a bar, and he's like always the type of person like he'll go up and talk to somebody that's like alone. It could be a girl or a guy, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, come hang out with us, you're blah blah blah." And like I feel like I'm the gatekeeper. I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Like, and I'll be like, "Man, we got this like new person coming over here. Like they think they could be friends with us." I don't say that, but like I don't know why I'm like that, but I am like pretty introverted though. So, but it's been a good experience. I got friends and everything here. Like I'm grateful to know the people I know.
Well, I don't know if Michigan's the same way, and I don't know if you were. I guess you were old enough when you were in Michigan to go out to the clubs.
Hmm.
But when I was younger in New York, I left pretty early. I left at, I think, 19 years old. But I had 3 or 4 years there where I had friends that just got me into the bars. I had
Yeah,
some older friends and they were just like, he's good. And then I'd just walk in. But every single night was a fight. It was a fight. Like, there wasn't enough girls to go around. If you're halfway handsome, you're getting in a fight.
yeah,
And it was just, that's pretty much why I left. I mean, it was a small town, a lot of drinking. Everybody, you either drank or you worked the nuke plant. That was it.
well,
I mean,
that's like where I'm from.
yeah, that's all it was there.
Yeah.
And it was just a lot of hostility and a lot. So that's what I was used to. So when I moved down here, I was in the bar, had a couple of drinks, and I turned around and I bumped into this wall, which turned out to be this 6'8" gigantic man.
Yeah.
So I'm turning around to put my beers back on the bar because I'm like, well, we're fighting. And I put my drinks down and I turn around, I'm getting ready to at least catch a punch in the face. And he was like, hey, man, I'm sorry. And I was like, what? And he goes, I'm sorry, man. Let me get you another drink. And I was like, no, 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 no. Let me get you another drink. And I was like, I'm never leaving this place. And it was like, the Southern hospitality just got me. Like,
Yeah.
people were, you don't want to cross some of these rednecks. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But you are, it's a give respect, get respect place, which is, that's not where I'm from.
Yeah.
Where I'm from is just, I'll punch you because you looked at me weird.
Yeah.
It was just always a fight. And it was like, you just had a lot of insecure people, I guess, that really needed to prove themselves every day or whatever, it was just a pretty hard town.
Yeah.
And as soon as that ended for me, I was like, this is great, and then my introvert self easily opened up, I guess is what I'm getting at, because it was different down here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a rap video wasn't made until you made it to the South, right?
Like when I made the video,
Yeah.
no, I have more videos in Michigan than I do here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, actually, I like slowed down doing my music stuff when I came here, because which it bugged me a little bit. When I came here, I had a video already shot, so I like came here. I've been had video shot, but I had this one video shot that I was like, oh, this song is gonna do good, and I came here and dropped it, and it started like, I'll say viral for me. It started like going viral. So like I was very motivated to keep doing music, and I still do music. I still record, but like I had this song do good. The video's doing good, so I'm like trying to talk to people here through Instagram or whatever, but other videographers, because I can shoot my own stuff, but I can't hold my own camera. So
Yeah.
I'm contacting like 10 different like music video people, and like I'm like, and I know how this goes with like rappers or artists in general. Like they don't want to pay you what you want. So I'm like telling them, look, I understand the business. Like, tell me what you want. I do this. Like, I will give you it. I just want to work. And I wasn't getting any responses. So after a while, like I was like, man, like I wasn't like, man, like fuck this music shit. But I was like, all right, like I'm just gonna, like not expend most of my money on music right now and just kind of focus on other things. So that's like what I basically been doing since then. And so every now and then I'll make like a video like the one you saw. Like I just did that because I was bored one day, and I put that on my tripod. But sometimes it's better to have somebody, holding the camera and everything.
You were
So
bored and you made
yeah,
that video?
yeah,
So you got ones better than that?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
um, I've made a few movies when I was younger. They'll never see the light of day.
You got to put them out. I got to see them now.
No, absolutely not. Um, and my father, just to shortly, I hate to interview you and keep throwing stories in, but I feel like
No, I like
you
it.
want, yeah,
I'm trying to hear them.
um, I was probably 12. No, I was younger than that. I don't know how old I was, but I was pretty young. We had a big VHS recorder, those big suckers you put on your shoulder. And I decided to make a mobster movie. And I didn't really have a cast, I just had family. So my older brother, he ran the camera. And my younger brother, I killed him like 12 times. Like I'd take a marker and put a beard on him and kill him. And then I'd put a hat on him and put him in a corner and kill him. And then I even had a sex scene with this prosthetic penis my dad had. It was like 25 inches long.
Why do you have that?
Well, he was a streaker for Halloween one year.
Oh, okay.
And he made this pantyhose dong
Okay.
that was like this long, and then at the end he had a tennis ball with like a rubber band. It was great, But I got it, and I was like, I was like, we're gonna be in the bed, Bill. Put this wig on, and don't look at me. Don't look at the camera. I don't want nobody to see that you're a little boy. And so the camera. I didn't have another actor, so my older brother had the camera, like the gun in front of the camera, like a first person walking into the bedroom. And then I whipped the covers off and I stood up and I had that 20-inch dong hanging up. And I was like, oh no, I still had my pajamas on, I wasn't even, it was ridiculous. But then he shot it off and that's how I died. And, that was my award winning performance in the corner. I'm like breathing heavy. It was horrible. And it's upstairs. It's on VHS.
You gotta
Never see the
out.
light of day. And then I kind of continued it with my friends when I was older, probably around 15 or 16. I made another one with my buddies. And that one's bad too. I mean, just bad. But it was fun. We we had a good time doing it. And I think I had one friend help me out where we got in a fight scene. And this is probably the funniest part is we were fighting in my living room, and I like threw him onto the couch. That's how you do stunts and not get hurt when you're younger, is use the couch.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you see us stop and look, and then you hear my dad go, "Get off the couch." And then we like continue the fight scene on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my movie.
See, those could be Patreon exclusives for you.
Yeah.
You should put it
Well,
on
I said
there.
I'd put it on Patreon, and I can't remember if I've actually talked about that mobster movie, or if it's one of the ones where I did talk about it with my brother, but I never aired the episode because all the crackling and stuff. I'm still having technical difficulties here and there. So I've got a few episodes I can't even air, which, I guess we're out on a limb hoping this one's good.
Yeah, hopefully.
But I've never had any issues in the studio.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we'll be all right.
Yeah, it's got to be like a call-in thing, like we talked about. I think that's the only thing I can think of in this moment, anyways.
Well, the unfortunate part is, I think that's going to happen a lot in the future, and I don't know how I can do it, but I'd like to get word out to Bragg, to give an outlet to soldiers that want to tell their story.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, because I'm only 45 minutes away, and if I can get the word out there or get my number out there and say, hey, look, you want to come on a platform and tell your story? I mean, that's instant work for me,
Yeah.
you know? And I think, you know, because I do like the podcasts I see now. Like, you know, if I had to shout out Sean Ryan,
Mhm.
I love watching and hearing about some of these veterans' stories.
Yeah.
And I think it's therapeutic for them to get that off their chest and talk about it. And I think it's great that he lets them do that. And, but, you know, every story he's got is like killing bin Laden or, you know, Somalia, you know,
Yeah.
like they're crazy stories. Like
Yeah.
these guys have like crazy, interesting stories, but I think there's a lot of Marines out there that have similar stories that were, you know, life-threatening situations, just not probably involving bin Laden,
Right.
you know, but they still need to get their story out.
Yeah.
And being this close to Bragg, I think if I could just get the word out, I think I could get some of those guys to come here and vent.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's gonna be like just obviously create work for you. I feel like some people will lie and say they don't like being on camera, but I feel like people do like being on camera and being able to tell their story, especially guys like that. So I think it's a good idea.
Well, it is weird.
Mhm.
Like, you know, we were down here talking just fine. And then I hit record and it just doesn't it just
Yeah.
gets weird.
Yeah,
You're like,
it's a feeling like it's a little bit different. Like it's a different vibe.
now you know people are watching.
Yeah, like oh well, people aren't gonna see this, but okay.
Yeah, so I hope, I mean, because right now, yeah, I really hope we don't have an echo having two microphones on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we don't hear it,
Yeah, we don't hear it.
and we didn't do a test run,
Mm-hmm.
so that's our bad. Oh well.
We'll find out. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll
Welcome to another episode I can't air. So let's dive back a little bit deeper. So you grew up in Michigan.
Yeah.
This is a small town.
Yeah, I was from a really small town. Like, I don't know the number, but man, it's really small. Like well, I don't know if this is a good gauge, but like my graduating high school class was like 90 people, maybe
Really?
100. Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty small. Was it
Yeah.
agriculture, like farming, or?
I guess, but like I don't want to say that either. Like it was literally just like a small town. Like
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
yeah, I have a younger brother. He's 27, but we're like 18 months apart. Or 18 months. That's 2 years. We're like a year and some months apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just him.
Okay.
Yep.
So two boys,
Mhm.
close to the same age. Did
Yep.
you guys get in a lot of trouble?
No, we were good kids, man. Like I ain't gonna lie, like me and him are like the same. Like we did not cause our parents problems really. Like we never got into like anything crazy like that. Like I feel like we're like just very laid back.
Are your parents still together?
Yeah, they're
That's
still
good.
together. Yeah, I had like good role models for parents too. Not saying kids who like get into shit have bad parents or anything, but
So your dad doesn't rap?
no, he makes blues music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays a guitar.
So
and
he's a
sings.
musician.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I guess that's where it comes from then.
Yeah. But yep, so that he does that, and I just had like it's like the I don't know, I had just like a good upbringing, didn't get into too much trouble,
That's-
really no trouble, but yeah.
Wow. Well, I can't exactly say the same.
I mean, like we would do like stupid shit sometimes, but not something to like I don't know. It wasn't like we were like going to people's house and putting like bombs in their mailbox or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like we would like make like fucking we make bombs, but like we're not blowing up someone's fucking mailbox, like shit like that.
Yeah.
Not-
Just post
yeah.
offices and
Yeah, you know, just the normal stuff. Just the normal shit.
Right on. Yeah, I have an older sister as well. and we used to terrorize her.
Mm,
I mean, there's nothing like tattling on your older sister, you know. We
yeah.
used to, she had it from every which way from us, you know.
Yeah.
Anything she did wrong, Dad.
Yeah.
But no, we had you know, older snowmobiles and stuff when we were kids, and they didn't really run. And my dad was just like, if you can get it running, you can play with it.
Mm,
Me and my older brother were like, game on. We just started dumping fuel in the carburetors and pulling the cord, seeing what we could do, you know.
yeah.
And so we were tinkerers, you know. We tinkered around with dirt bikes and stuff. Nothing we ever had brakes. So, you know, anything we rode, no brakes.
Yeah.
And you know, we do a lot of sledding, and
Okay. Yeah.
we were always outside.
Hmm.
I mean, I come from an age where you were not allowed to be in the house.
Yeah.
Like my mother was like, "Get out,
Yeah.
you know, get out, go
Yeah.
play." So we were always outside doing something,
Yeah.
and you know, I can't complain at all. I
Mm,
think I'm in the same boat. You know,
yeah.
parents are still together. I think it's 53 years now, and
Okay. Nice.
you know, it's not without its ups and downs, but they held through. You
Yeah.
know, they kept it together, which is, you know, amazing.
Hmm.
You know, because I've seen relationships fall apart with way less fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was telling my girlfriend this the other day. Like, I don't remember why we were talking about our parents. Maybe it was a couple weeks ago. It doesn't matter when, but I was just telling her, and I said this before to people. Like, I was, which I don't know if I've ever told my parents this, but maybe they'll watch this because, you know, if this actually is a good one to post,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll watch it. But like,
Cool.
I was telling her, like, my parents, like, if they ever did have, obviously they're still together, married, but if they ever did have like problems with each other growing up, like me and my brother, like, never would have known. Like, I never ever felt like my parents are arguing so much and they're about to not be together or anything like that. Like,
Really?
yeah, they'd argue, but I was never like, oh man, mom and dad are about to kill each other, or oh man, like they're gonna get a divorce. Like, I never thought that.
Oh,
So,
I never thought divorce, but kill each other. I thought I'd
okay.
see that a couple of times. You know, I mean, it was just, you know, if you know, my mother's pretty much 100% Irish,
Mhm.
and my dad's 100% Italian.
Okay.
Like he's, you know, he plays Santa every year,
Yeah.
and I make fun of him, calling him a black Santa, because I mean he's really dark, you know,
Yeah.
even in the winter, and it's just funny looking seeing Santa, and he's so dark. But he likes playing Santa, so we call him Black Santa. And,
Okay.
but he's been doing it for the last 25 years, just playing Santa for the kids and stuff, Elks Club, stuff like that. Always keep him busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they used to get in you know, some pretty good arguments.
Yeah.
And it was probably about us. You
Yeah.
know, there was 4 of us. We were all crazy, and I'm sure it was stressful as hell.
Hmm.
I mean, but my mom can fight. Like,
Yeah.
when they talk about fighting Irish, she can. If she's not going to win that argument, she's going to win that argument. Like,
Yeah.
there's no, or if you don't want to argue, she'll get you. She'll break you. You know,
Yeah.
you can't just ignore her and it'll go away. No, she'll break you.
Yeah.
You know, if she's got to yell at you for 2 straight days with no sleep to get you to break, she could do. I think she would have been a great interrogator.
Okay.
I love you, Mom. I love you. But she would have. She could have broke anybody, you know.
Hmm.
And but always had a clean house. Always had dinner on the table. And you know, just everything was always done.
Yeah.
You know, which is a good and bad thing, because you know, we try to make our beds when we were younger, but it was never right. She'd always redo it, you know, and then make it her way. And it was like, well, I'm just going to stop making it. You keep redoing it anyways, you know. I'm going to stop folding my clothes because you refold them after I fold them. Somehow I didn't do it right, you know? So as I got older, I just never did any of that shit, you know?
Yeah.
My bed was always a mess in my bedroom, or you know, I just left it, you know? It's like,
It's gonna get
whatever.
taken care of.
Yeah. And, you know, my poor girlfriend now always, you know, I try to do better, you know,
Yeah.
doing the dishes and stuff and picking, but I was like, I just had somebody picking up after me my whole life. Like, you know,
Yeah.
every day I came home, my bed was made, my clothes were folded. You know, I never had to mess with it. You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why we just became outside people. And just, she wanted to be left alone to do that stuff.
Yeah.
And if we tried to do it, it wasn't right. And she'd
Yeah.
redo it anyway. So we just stopped trying.
Yeah.
You know, and she's happy. We're happy. We're not doing it. And that's how it went.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a good deal to me. We definitely had to do stuff growing up like that sometimes. But my mom would say the same thing though. Like she'd make us do it, and then she'd be like, "Well, you didn't do it right, so now I gotta do it."
Yeah.
And then she's mad. So it's like, all right, well, we probably weren't doing it right though, you know, because we didn't want to do that shit. So it is what it is.
Oh, you mean you weren't doing it right on purpose?
Well, I mean, yeah, probably. You know, like I'm sure like it wasn't hard to understand what she was saying, but we were probably just like giving her shit. You know, just probably being brats or something. I don't know. My parents used to scare me. I don't know how much it happens anymore, but like I feel like I always ask people this because I feel like I was coming up definitely.
Are you talking about the timeout era?
Well, yeah, like that versus like getting like smacked around, not on some like abuse shit. Like,
No, it's getting a spanking.
Yeah.
You can say it.
Yeah.
Especially on my show.
Okay. Yeah. We got spanked. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it like I was scared of my mom. Like I was scared of my mom and my dad. Like I don't want to make my parents sound the type of way. 'Cause my mom's always like, "Oh, you're always exaggerating." I'm like,
my mom says the same thing, but it's like,
yeah.
no.
I'm like, hell no.
No, we're not.
Hell no. Like, mom, we'd get in trouble. My mom would spank us, and then like, it's like, okay, mom just spanked us. Now when dad gets home, he's gonna spank us too.
Yeah.
We gotta wait for him to get home to spank us, or whatever.
Try to work up the waterworks before
Yeah.
Dad gets there, make it a little
Yeah.
bit better. Yeah, yeah. My dad's spankings were the worst. But I think he got them out of the way when we were younger, you know, to the point where, well, I've seen what, my father was a large, it still is a big Italian man.
Yeah.
And I've seen what he's done to my sister's boyfriends. Like I witnessed beatings, you know, so he always scared us. He scared everybody. And, but at the same time, you know, it's funny. I love both my parents to death. And it's just a funny guy. But he can be terrifying.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I think that's what comes with just being a good person. Like, that's the people you really got to be afraid of, is those ones that have integrity and character, and they're instilling that in you, you know.
Yeah.
So it was almost worse when he said, "I'm just disappointed in you."
Yeah.
I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. And it's like, oh, your head would be hanging down for a week going, "Oh, Dad's disappointed in me," you know? It was worse than a spanking when he said that.
Yeah.
And I've seen it in my son's face when I say, "Mikey, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed in you." And sometimes I had to go like have a talk with him because he was just devastated for me saying that. And I was like, oh man, you know? And I think that's the only difference is I kind of coddled my son a little bit after my dad. No, you just disappointed me. That was the end of it.
Yeah.
You just had to carry that weight, you know, and just try not to ever do it again. You know, I never didn't want to, you know. But yeah, as far as you say, like role models, for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's important. Like having good parents is very important, especially now that I'm like older. Like I just appreciate everything they did for me growing up, and I realized, especially as you get older, you just realize what type of people's, like your friends, like you. The older you get, and the more you hang out with your friends, and the more you get to know their parents. Like I know me, I was like, shit, I was like, man, like I thought you had the cool parents. Like I'm actually glad my parents were spanking me and doing all this, because your parents don't really seem like they give a fuck about you sometimes. Like
yeah.
That's not everybody, but you know, just like shit like that, I would come to realize as I was growing up.
Yeah, it's
Thank you, appreciate it.
Oh yeah. I definitely agree
Mhm.
that I had friends that I thought had the better parents, but then growing up, I'm like, no way.
Mhm.
I wouldn't trade anything I had
Yeah.
for, and especially some of it where, you know, he worked so much, like sometimes 6 days a week, 10, 11 hour days. He'd still work out, come home, work out, go for a run, and then pass out on the floor. And then we'd jump on him.
Yeah.
We'd
Yeah.
all try to beat him up, and he'd still wrestle with us. Took us to Cub Scouts.
Yeah.
He was the assistant coach on all four of us.
Yeah.
He was helping out with the hockey teams. Base. We played everything.
Yep.
I probably would have been a phenomenal athlete,
Yeah.
but my dad's he never pushed us. He just gave us the opportunity, and we did it. So
Yeah.
it was like I played baseball, I played soccer, I played hockey. I, you know, if we wanted to do it, he did it, and he was there to support and took us camping, went up in the Adirondacks several times, and you know, um, just always there, which
Yeah.
makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
I always made sure I was 100% there
Yeah.
for my son because that's so important.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I don't know what else to say about that. Is it? Yeah, I think we both probably had a similar childhood in that aspect where you pretty much got everything you wanted. Might not have been exactly it.
yeah.
You want an RC car. It's not this one. It's
Yeah.
this one. But you
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, no, my dad was the same way. Like my dad was a lineman, so like he would.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he would work.
My dad was a lineman.
Oh, for real?
Get the hell out of
Damn,
here.
what?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, he
So-
was
yeah.
he was a lineman for Verizon and 9X New York Tel all the way
Okay.
back to the early 70s.
Yeah.
Did it for 36 years.
Yeah. When you're talking about he'd work like 16-hour day, I'm like thinking like yeah. Like,
Yeah, he did
like,
all the
yeah.
ice storms,
Yeah,
everything. He'd
yeah.
have to go and
And they're gone. We'll be gone for like days sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm just a kid, like I'm not thinking in the moment. I'm just like, oh, see dad in a couple days. But he would still do the same thing. Like he still work out, take care of himself, come home, make time for us, be a good dad. Like
that's so wild. Yeah. Yeah, he worked on telephone poles.
yeah. Damn.
When he started, he had to install them by hand.
Mm-hmm.
They'd dig the trench,
Yeah.
roll the pole into it, and push it up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. But he had the same partner for almost all that time.
Oh, okay.
And I'd have to have him on to tell some of the stories, but they got stories for days as far as things they did while they were working and shenanigans.
Yeah.
You got a partner for that long.
Yeah.
And they still go golfing together and stuff now. But I think towards the end his partner Ted took a desk job for a little while, and my dad didn't want that. He didn't want to come out of the field, and he kept getting new partners, and every one of them he said sucked and were lazy, so he'd get rid of them.
Yeah.
So everybody that came in sucked or they were lazy,
Yeah.
and then after a while they were like, John, we can't keep getting rid of people. Like, you got to work with one of these
Yeah.
guys. And he's like, well, they all suck. I don't want to work with them, And then I think they gave him a lump sum and kind of retired him, They're like, well, you should probably call it quits then because you're never going to be happy, I mean, you work with somebody that long and then you get these, 20-something-year-old guys
Mhm.
and they just don't have your work ethic,
That's so.
And he was like,
My dad is my dad. He's not a lineman anymore. He's like advanced to like basically a desk job, but like in that field, right? But like it's just crazy. Like you like I've heard just like other people in similar jobs, like, and I'm 29, but I am one of like the people they're talking about. Well, I don't feel like I'm lazy, but it's like a common thing, especially with jobs like that. I hear now, like everybody says like the same shit.
Yeah.
So like I'm just not surprised that your dad was even saying the same thing.
Oh yeah. Everybody sucked.
Yeah.
You know, nobody could do it as good as he did with it. And I'm sure, yeah, it was a different time.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know. I feel like I got that. I got to keep busy. I
Yeah.
got to keep working. I like to grind. And, you know, whether it's at work or coming home
Mhm.
and just keeping busy, I got to be doing something. I
Yeah.
got to keep working.
Yeah.
And I don't like to sit down. And I think it's like some people are just instilled with that, you know,
Mhm.
you got to keep moving.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think some of it might be genetic.
Probably.
Like, you know, I think my grandfather I never met, but I think he was like a no nonsense guy that just worked, helped everybody he met. You know, my dad said he was when he spoke, people listened. So, you know, I don't think he talked much. So he wasn't like us in that aspect. I never shut up.
Right.
But you know, something like my brothers, they're pretty quiet. My
Yeah.
older brother's a pretty quiet guy. And when he does talk, he's usually saying something pretty smart or it's got some meaning behind it, you know.
Mhm.
When I don't know, I'm more of a storyteller.
Yeah.
I like to entertain, I guess, which is why I when somebody suggested setting this up, I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Let's make it, you know. And yeah, shit. So your dad's still working?
Yeah, he's still working. I don't know how many more years he has till he retires, but I don't think it's a whole lot.
Now does he do power lines or telephone lines?
Power lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 My dad was a lineman for the telephone company.
Yeah.
Same thing though.
Yeah,
He's still
yeah,
working on the
yeah.
poles, but
Yeah. Power line. Yeah.
yeah, after this I'll have to show you a picture of something I made at TSN for him.
Mhm.
And maybe they can make something like that for you, but he loves it.
Yeah.
And don't let me forget to show you that. But
All right, I'll remind you.
it's a metal sign that I had made for him. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the front of his garage right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
there for 8 years,
Yeah.
7-8 years. But so yeah, do you plan on staying in North Carolina?
I haven't thought about leaving just yet, but like I do think about the future, but like I don't know, like it's like one of those things where it's just like I'll live anywhere I could be successful, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, and it's like easy for me to say, I guess, because I moved out of Michigan and came somewhere I had nothing. I had nobody. I didn't know anybody here, but I had no reason to stay in Michigan though.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'll tell you what's tough, especially getting older,
Mhm.
is being away from, especially if you're close with your family.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, when I was younger, the first 15 years I was gone, wasn't that, you know, I was a kid.
Yeah.
But now it's like, you know, I usually call my dad every day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I wish I was home. I wish I could go over there and fix something in the yard or, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the only regret I got. I love it down here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my son's down here and I'll be down here. But it just sucks not being able to go, you know, because as your life grows and gets bigger, your responsibilities keep getting bigger and then you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You can't go home.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I just miss family. I don't miss New York.
Mhm.
New York can, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I don't miss the state. But I do miss being able to see family all the time.
Yeah.
And it was easier to go home when I was younger too now.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm bringing 2 horses, you know, my son,
Yeah.
you know, it's a whole ordeal. Like I had to bring, I had to get a camper just so I didn't like stay at my parents' house. You know,
Yeah.
if I brought my dogs in my mom's house, oh my God, I'd never hear the end of it, you know? And I just didn't even want that headache. So I was just, I'll bring up a camper. I stay in my brother's backyard and it works out.
Yeah.
But it's a lot to take home.
Yeah.
And so I don't get to do it that often. Usually it's once a year.
Yeah.
But and it also sucks for your kids.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my son didn't really get to have his grandparents
Mhm.
on call
Yeah.
for him, So that kind of stunk,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was thinking about that recently. Like I knew my grandparents. Like I was very close with my mom's parents, my grandma and my grandpa, and then my dad, his mom. That's my granny. Um, I don't. She just likes me called granny, but that's how we distinguish them. My dad's dad, he died before we were born, so I never got to meet him, unfortunately. But like just growing up, like I was like it was just tight knit, like family.
Do you know how
So,
he died?
I think lung cancer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could be wrong, but if it wasn't lung cancer, it was cancer. I think he was like a smoker, for sure.
Because I only knew my dad's mom. My dad's dad died before I was born,
Mhm.
which is the same damn
That's
thing.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
But he died at work.
Oh, okay.
I've actually got his he was in World War II.
Mhm.
He was a gunner in a plane, and he did 34 missions,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and he got shot down on the 15th and did another 16 missions
Oh, yeah.
after being picked up out of the ocean.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of guy he was. I've got his parachute upstairs at the top of my stairs and signed by his whole platoon. He had a diary, which is just a wild read,
Yeah.
because apparently they had a point system for you to go home. You had to get 100 points to be able to go home.
Mm.
And, like getting shot down was like 2 points.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
You're getting shot down.
A completed mission was 1 point or something like that. I
Yeah.
can't remember all of them, but there was a successful mission might have been 5 points or something, and then there was just different a point structure for
Yeah.
you to be able to go home, and he logged it, and it was just it's wild to read. But he ended up dying at work,
Yeah. Yeah.
same place my brother works.
Mhm.
He was helping out, doing somebody else's job. He was helping them, showing them how they can do it, and a large reel, I guess, fell like a 50.
Oh,
the
yeah.
reels at our work.
Mhm.
It's kind of similar to that. A reel fell on them, but it was a full coil, like not the
man.
little ones we get, like a 50,000-pound coil.
Oh, that's horrible, man.
Yeah. So I never got to meet him, but he was the crazy thing is is he used to build cars,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's something that I think 4 kids escaped my dad from having hobbies,
Mm.
but he was never into cars. We never got into hunting. My dad hunted before us, but when we were born, he kind of quit drinking and he quit everything he used to do
Yeah.
to take care of us,
Yeah.
so we never hunted really. But all of us are into cars.
Yeah.
All 3 of us can build a car. We can, and my dad never taught us that.
Mm.
And that's why I say I think some things are genetic. Like, I think my grandfather's hobbies kind of just flowed to us, which is wild, that we're
Yeah.
all into cars like that. And he was big into building them, and he even had a diary on building a 1930 Model A, which is the coolest thing because he's got like a date, and then he'll have like Model A chassis, $32,
Yeah.
or like headlight, $2.50, and they're like a month apart that he bought them. He had to save up to buy those.
Yeah.
And it's like I think there was one part of the truck body that was $500,
Man.
but the rest was like, I think he built the whole thing for a couple grand.
Yeah.
And,
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I can't even like imagine that.
or maybe less than that, but he ended up building 3 of them,
Yeah.
and they sold 2, and my dad's still got one to this day. He's got a 1930 Model A that he built. It's a Roadster,
Mhm.
and it's just cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to have that stuff. And I think just before he died, he was negotiating another chassis, and he went out to talk to the guy, and he said, he's like, I'd like to, you want to sell one of those? And the guy said, I'll tell you what, if you can get one running, I'll give you the other. And he went back to his car, got a jug of gas, walked over there, tinkered with a few things. My dad said he tinkered with it for about 10 minutes and fired it up. Just turned it over and it started running. And he was like, I'll be back to pick that up next week. And that's when he passed away.
Oh man.
And I think his next project was going to be a V8, because the one we have is all original engine. I think the thing tops out at 45 miles an hour. It's really fun to drive, but
yeah,
it's hard to drive in today's world. There's just not a lot of places like where you can just have something that doesn't have a lot of top end on it. But I think his next project was going to be a V8 Roadster, which would have been so cool. I mean, I just hate that. I think things could have been a whole lot different if that never happened,
Yeah.
I think we'd all be true blue gearheads,
Yeah. I mean, that's a good skill to have, though. Like, I don't know shit about cars, like, at all. I wish I did. Just knowing that you know all this stuff, you know how to do, I'm like, man, that must be nice. I'm like, I need to be a real man and start learning that shit, too.
Well, the way we learned was just digging into it.
Yeah.
I mean, you figure out the mechanics and, from the spark to compression I mean, you just dive in.
Mm-hmm.
I think I learned more taking stuff apart than I did listening to somebody, but yeah, you got to do what you're interested in. And if it's not cars, then you better make enough money to be able to pay a mechanic. They're not cheap.
Oh, yeah, I know, man. Mechanics were making a killing off me last year with my old car. My old car was nickel and diming me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I was like, man, I wish I knew how to do like, literally any of this shit.
So did you have a hoopty up in Michigan, like a rust bucket?
No, honestly, I've only had like, this is my 3rd car my whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
like,
my god, I'm in double digits.
Yeah. See, I had a Malibu, and then I had a Ford Edge. That was the car that was like,
yeah.
And now I got the mom car. I got an Equinox. But like that's my problem. Like I don't really like care what I drive. Like I'm just like, because I always buy them like used, even from a dealership. But I'm just like, what has like the lowest mileage and I can put the biggest down payment on? Like as long as it gets me place, A to B. So that's how I've been with my cars. But like I think that's why they like last me a decent amount of time, because I'm not usually buying them like with a lot of, I feel like wear and tear on them. But yeah, so I've only had 3 cars.
When I search for a car, it's got to put a smile on my face.
Okay.
I mean, because like I said, I am a gearhead.
Yeah.
I need to have something that nobody else has. I have to.
Yeah.
I can't. Man, you try to put me in a Honda Civic, it's just not going to work. Like I can't do it. I got to have something that stands out that I made, like, and I'm not saying expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You got to find the deals.
Yeah.
I did not spend a lot on anything I have, but we did do a lot of work on them.
Yeah.
But I think the craziest buy would be, I bought a F-350 before this red truck I got, and it was an F-350. It had a bulletproof 6.0 that it came from it was a show truck for a dealership. This thing had a 14-inch lift and like extended rails. When you open the door, you had to reach up to open the door, and then it would roll down this extended, like it was so
Yeah.
ridiculously huge. It had 20-inch rims with 40-inch tires. And um, I I bought it for, I had it at the time. I had this 8-inch lifted Excursion that I bought. I bought for I think $12,000. I drove it for a couple of years, but it was a V10, and I wanted a diesel, so I found this diesel, and the guy was a Marine. Bought the truck, put like $8,000 into the engine because 6.0s aren't known for being a reliable motor from Ford unless you bulletproof them. So this guy did the head bolts and had it all redone. This thing was a beast. I mean, it had a tuner in it. It was just an awesome truck. And the guy was asked, I can't remember what he was asking. It was like 16 or 17,000 for it. And I said, "Hey man, I know you're getting deployed, but when you rotate back in, you're going to need something to drive, right? So I was like, how about I give you my Excursion and $3,000? You give me the truck."
Yeah.
And he was like, "All right, I'll do that." And I was like, "Yes!" And I
Yeah.
brought him up, and it was a limited Excursion, it was leather seats and everything. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it,
Yeah.
but it was a gas guzzler. That V10 would suck it down, Probably spent a tank of gas just driving out to Greensboro or wherever I met him.
Yeah.
But he rolled up in that truck, and I was like, that thing is awesome,
Yeah.
and I brought it home, and I actually had it when I worked where you work now.
Yeah.
And it was like, it would just tower over the other vehicles. It was so
Yeah.
big. But I loved that truck, but it was just so I bought it for like $3,000.
Mm.
And when I traded it in, I got like 17,000 for it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, whoever did it right.
Yeah.
The suspension, the way it was set up. I mean, it was just a well built truck.
Mhm.
And I hated to get rid of it, but I had my little Fiero I took to work every day.
Yeah.
And when I threw a rod in that and had to start driving the truck from Holly Springs to Durham every day, no,
Yeah.
it was just too much. I was like, I gotta let her go.
Yeah.
And
I was
I
looking
hated
for it
it.
out there when I pulled up.
Man,
I didn't know you got rid of it.
yeah.
I was like, oh, how am I gonna not know how am I gonna know which house this is if I can't see this truck out here? Like, I didn't know you got rid of it.
Well, my red truck's out here.
Oh, okay.
My big red one.
Okay.
I don't think you ever seen the black one.
Oh, see, I thought you talking about the big red one.
No,
Okay.
the big red one's the one I got now.
Okay,
That's a big
okay.
truck.
Okay.
Big. It looks like a semi,
Okay.
but that one's stock. Like,
Yeah.
that's a huge truck, and that's what I loved about when I traded the Ford in and got that Chevy Kodiak.
Mm.
It's just as tall, but stock.
Okay, yeah.
Like the thing's huge.
Yeah.
And it's got the air ride seats, and there's not a lot of wear and tear because everything is stock. But that custom Ford was just so big, so ridiculous. I was blowing through hubs because the wheels were, I mean, the tires alone were $1,000 a piece.
Man, yeah. Okay.
So you start commuting with that, and it's like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
The tires on that Kodiak, 80,000 miles, easy. On
That's insane.
they'll last 4 or 5
Yeah.
years. So yeah, I love that truck. It tows like you wouldn't believe.
Mhm.
But the Ford was just cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it had a nice stereo system. It was just a sweet truck. It got you. I think one guy drove by me on the highway and was like, he did this out the window. He gave. I knew exactly what he meant
Yeah.
too, because he was. I was like, no, I just like to match. I just like to match. And but yeah, that truck was. It was ridiculous. I kept the hitch.
Mm.
The hitch. It was a drop down hitch. It's this long. It comes out and it goes down 18 inches to the ball. And it's 106 pounds, so you put it in, and if a car ever ran into the back of me, that's the end of your car.
Yeah, they're gonna be cooked. Yeah.
But yeah, I think you'll like North Carolina.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I can't complain really about it at all. Like the only thing I don't like about it for real is like y'all got some big ass roaches here. I don't like them.
The June bugs, that's what I call them, but they're
roaches.
well, to give you an idea. I mean, a roach is red and they're small. Those ones you don't want. Those big suckers,
Yeah.
the June bugs. Just to educate you a little, they don't like rain.
Yeah.
So after it rains, that's when you see them in your house.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the good news is they can't survive in your house.
Mhm.
That's why you always find them upside down,
Yeah.
because they die within a couple of days. So you won't ever get an infestation of those. So you don't have to worry about that. But the little red roaches, yeah, if you got those in your house, you got some problems. You don't want those, and they will multiply.
Yeah, I've never had the little roaches at all since.
But the
ever.
big suckers, yeah, I had one crawl across my face one time.
Oh, you see, no,
And I had to find it. I tore my bed apart at 3 a.m. I was like, "Where'd it go? Where'd it go? We got to get it. We got to find it."
Yeah.
And it turned into a fiasco.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was half asleep and right across my face.
That's like my skin crawl. Yeah, when I first came here, at my first apartment, I would always get them in my apartment, and like, I know it wasn't an infestation because the pest guy or whatever, he had to come explain this to me because I was like, yo, I'm always getting these fat ass roaches in here, and so he explains like, yeah, but basically what you said, they just get inside, like they're gonna die inside. I'm like, man,
They're always trying to find a way out.
Yeah, but
once they get in.
I was like, dude, I'm seeing like 3 a day in here though, like literally. Like I remember the first time I seen one, like I was like mind blown. I thought it was like, and I don't even have a dog. I thought it was like dog shit on my carpet or something. Like, and it was moving. I remember one time, I think I was like playing the game one night with my brother, so I got like, my little headset on, we're talking, and one crawl across my desk. I like threw the headset off. He can hear me. I'm like, oh, there's a fucking roach on my desk. And I record like in my closet, so I have foam for my vocal booth in my closet. It like crawls in the closet and goes in between the foam that I have like pinned to the wall with needles, and I'm tearing the foam out the closet, and I have a pocket knife in my hand, and I'm trying to stab it. Like, and I felt like I was fucking Rambo trying to kill this thing, and I was trying to kill it literally for like 20 minutes. Like, I was like, no, this thing needs to die. I'm better about it now, but yeah, when I first came here,
paper towel.
Yeah, see,
outside.
I was going to war. I was hearing like video game boss music in my ears when I was trying to kill it. But everybody does say that. They're like, oh, they're water bugs, they're June bugs.
Yeah.
It's a roast to me, but I do know it's better than having like you said, the little ones.
Those infest your house.
Yeah.
And it's not good. I used to kill bugs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the guy you'd call.
Okay.
And I killed bed bugs. I've seen some shit.
Yeah.
And, if you have bed bugs, you can see them. They're not invisible. I mean, it's horrible. I've seen, in the treatment that we did, it worked. The science was there. We heated them. And basically what I'd bring into your room is this huge, it looked like a blow dryer. And as the air kept rolling, it would be a huge fan like this big. And I had to disconnect everything in your house, like on your electrical panel. I'd have to pull fuses and actually hook up this machine because it took that much power.
Oh, okay.
It was like 100 amps.
It's like heavy
to
duty
run
shit.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So So it was a lot of big heavy cords and setting up, and if I had to do this room, it'd take like 12 hours. And I was on jobs sometimes for 36 hours straight. Couldn't leave.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I hated that job. And what you're doing is you got to get it up to temp and then hold it at temp for 4 hours. So if a room was huge, it might take 6, 7, 8 hours just to get to where I need it.
Yeah.
And we'd have probes inside the walls because bed bugs get everywhere. So you'd have to, get it up to 100 and I think it was 150 degrees. 150
in a room.
Yeah.
That's
So
like
you're melting curtains.
Yeah.
You're melting CDs. Like some stuff you just had to throw away, but in order to kill them completely in the room and inside the couches, you had to cook it.
That is nuts.
And even if you had some stragglers that lived, the heat was enough to kill the babies.
Mhm.
So you'd just have a straggler that was going to end up dying. But my God, you'd have to go in every hour and check the monitors. You'd have to manually check the temperature of the room, and so you're walking into this 130-degree room and it takes your breath away while you're in there. It's almost like the opposite of a cold plunge. You walk in, you don't understand what's happening. But the second you walk out, you realize your shirt's soaked, your pants are soaked. Like, you just sweat.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it because it's so hot in there. You're just trying to get your job done in 5 minutes and then get out and you're just wet. So you're wet, dry, wet, dry, wet, dry. And when I talk about a miserable freaking job, that job was miserable.
Yeah.
And it was so hard.
That sounds insane.
It was tough.
I've always wondered how people get infestations like that with bed bugs or roaches or anything in the first place. Like how does it even? Is it like?
Well,
is
I'll
that
tell you
common?
one story. I'll tell you one. You get them from usually a vacation.
Okay.
Like you travel, you go to a hotel that may have them, and then they get on you or get into your clothes. Like you never want to use the furniture. Like don't pull your clothes out and put them into the drawers.
Okay.
At a hotel, keep your stuff separate. Keep it up on a hanger or in your bag, and keep your bag away from the bed. But it's, you can see signs in certain rooms, in corners or anything like that. It might be like little black dots, so they leave a trail when they're pooping or whatever. You can find that in the crevices of wood framing or whatever. But I had a family that went to Disney World. It's like an, $6,000-$7,000 vacation. What we did was $1,000 a room. So this poor family went to Disney World, brought back bed bugs, infested 3 bedrooms in their house, which ended up costing them like another $4,000 because I had to heat the entire upstairs.
Oh my God, that's insane.
You want to talk about feeling bad, like for a family, that needs to get rid of it because the infestation's bad, and it only gets worse. They reproduce like wildfire, and it's bad. It's tough, but that job's over. I don't have to do it anymore, and I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, I used to go home and I would get naked outside, put my clothes in a bag, and throw that bag in the dryer, like right into the dryer.
Yeah.
And then, I was very careful.
Yeah. I would be too.
Careful.
I would be afraid of bringing them home.
Yeah. If I did end up bringing them home, I knew how to do it.
Well, yeah.
but
so you're killing them.
Still, you don't want to do that because I would destroy people's shit.
Yeah.
Like it was so hot, and you had to keep everything in there and treat it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, blinds and stuff gone. I'd melt blinds right down to nothing.
That's crazy. I can't even. I don't even like know how to like picture that in my head, like that even happening. Like
It's
the melting.
ridiculous. Well, some of the things I had to do was like nursing homes. I was in
Yeah.
nursing homes a lot, and I was in. I went to a battered woman's shelter. That's the 36-hour trial
Okay.
because it was a huge room, and I had to treat the room. It was like, 50 by 100 feet. I was like, how am I going to do this? There's not enough power on the grid for me
Yeah.
to get this room hot enough. So it, you know, I was in there for a couple days. Just, I mean, straight. I didn't go home, after 12 and take a rest. No, I was there for
Yeah.
36 hours, like trying to heat this room up. And, man, it was just, that job was a nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something I would really want to do, but sometimes you gotta do shit like that.
Well, I do hope that if that's a passion of yours, the rapping,
Yeah,
you move forward with it.
yeah. Oh no, I still do it. I definitely still do it. Yeah. It's just well really I'm making an excuse for myself. I stopped putting as much legwork into it as I was, and I like doing it, so I want to do more of it. I just need to get back into the routine of doing that.
Yeah.
That's all.
I had a question for you and I forgot it. I was going to ask. Shit, I lost it.
Was it about the rapping?
It was about the singing in general.
Mhm.
How did we get on a bed bug tangent?
I don't remember.
Yeah, see, that's how I lost. Anyways, I can't remember what it was, but it was about making the commercials and stuff.
Mhm.
And maybe it'll come back to me if I keep talking about it. But it
Okay.
was, nope, it's not coming back. I don't know.
Was it something in the video or something?
It might have been about the videos. I was gonna ask. So, do you sing the song first and then lip sync it in the video?
Oh, yeah. So I record it, and then I just like take a speaker, put it on the speaker, and some people.
Oh, and sing with it.
Yeah, some people though
Okay.
they'll lip sync it. They'll play it on the spec. I've shot videos for people who they'll play their song, or they'll be like, turn the song on, I turn the song on, and then they'll lip sync. I gotta actually like do it because I feel like it like just matches up better.
Yeah,
So that's how I do it. But people will do either or. Yeah.
interesting. So,
Yeah.
so you're actually singing it, but the production value is your
Yes.
recorded voice
Yeah.
on the video.
Yeah. Well, if it's the one with like the mic where the mic was hanging, that's just a prop mic. But I do have the ability to do it live if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do all that work. So I because I already recorded the songs. I was like, yeah, I'm just doing this in my kitchen because I'm bored.
So, do you do any of the instruments?
No, my dad's like big on like my dad's always wanted me to like play guitar growing up or like especially since I rap he like wants me to like get into making beats. I've tried making beats before like and that's all digital right but like I've tried doing that but like I just get bored and I'm like yeah I'd rather just go in there and just say a bunch of crazy shit or whatever. I mean sometimes I make like singy songs or whatever but I don't know.
So you can actually hold a tune. song.
Yeah I'm definitely like not a singer. Like I'll never be like, oh, I sing.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a problem with people being like, oh, like yeah, you rap. I'm like, yeah,
You're
I
not
do.
Jason Dion.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Whitney
Yeah.
Clark.
but Whitney Clark is insane. But I can hold it to somewhat. I can get by. I feel like. So, yeah.
Now, I have a voice for video.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible.
You think so?
yeah.
So
I don't know.
What I like about like your podcast. Whoa, that was crazy.
Please continue.
What I like about your podcast, and we did talk about this at my job one time. Is how you started doing it. Like you've always like been like a very captivating speaker,
Uh-huh.
and I think you like hold people's attention well. So like to me, it's like whether it's on radio or video. Like, it doesn't matter if you're talking, someone's gonna listen.
Yeah. Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope. And I almost got excited when you said your parents watch it.
Mhm.
Do they watch any of them, or
Well,
they're gonna watch this?
They're
one?
gonna watch this one. Well, I did send them. I sent them. I think the most recent one because I talk to my parents like every other day. So I was telling my mom because this was the day that I was supposed to come over, but then like stuff happened to work, so I had to stay there longer.
Yeah.
So I was just telling them about like work, and I'm like, yeah, and I had to reschedule. I was gonna go do this. So they started asking about that. So I sent them the recent one. Yeah, I was like, yeah, and they're like, oh, look, just send me the one with you on it when you're done. I'm like, all right, well, we'll see. I didn't know if we were gonna do one for sure or not though, because I just framed it like, oh,
hell yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I will sit here with anybody.
Okay.
Anybody.
Yeah.
And I really want to have somebody on the darn couch.
Yeah.
And have like a 3-way.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
man, you just gotta get that extra person to pull up.
Yeah.
Whoever would do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and like I said, you know, it's the comments are starting to roll in where we can actually answer questions and stuff like that. But if to just push things forward, man, I think I'm doing all right with just rolling off the cuff. I mean, because I figure if you just keep talking, somebody's going to listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just keep rolling, you know, and I think it works well. I think it works well in just listening to, like driving in the car, because that's when I listen to podcasts. I don't watch the video. I listen to them.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, if I hear them talk about something or they say, you know, if every once in a while I might look at the video and go, oh, okay. You know, or if they want to check out something on the screen, you know, if they pull something up, that's different.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get to that point where I'm like, oh, and this is, you know, this is when I sang I'm Too Sexy in front of 300 people. And then I pull up the picture and, you know, then you can look at the video.
Yeah, you can actually see it. Yeah.
But I do enjoy listening. I'd rather listen to people talk these days than listen to the radio.
Yeah. I'm the same way. So
yeah. And, you know, I think that's a good place to wrap up.
Yeah.
We've been holding it down for a good amount of time now.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on.
Hey,
this was sweet.
Thanks for coming in. Yeah. You know, and hopefully we can do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe get a live show in here.
Yeah, that would be sick. You got to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Actually, have you sing a song on the show, you know, at least a verse or something.
Yeah,
you know?
We could do that.
Yeah, that'd be wild. But Jason, thanks for coming out. You know, thanks for helping me with the audio.
Yep, yes, sir.
And I hope that this one comes out good.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Because if it doesn't, and you came to help me with it,
that's it'll just be part of the learning process. It'll benefit somehow.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody, thanks for watching and thanks for coming out. We'll see you on the next one.